Okay, for today's menu, we are making chicken parmesan. So the main ingredients are, of course, chicken breast. It's only 2 people eating, so I am only making a small portion. You're going to need basil. You're going to need some sliced mozzarella, onions, and bell pepper. You're going to need some tomato sauce. If you know how to make it on your own, feel free to do so. However, I'm looking for something quick, which is why we're using the jarred sauce. But we're going to spice it up. You're going to need some noodles. You're going to need some breadcrumbs. And these are the seasonings I'm using. So let me go ahead and let you get a close-up. So it is Chef Paul Prudhomme Pizza and Pasta Magic. I love this. This is for Italian dishes. Then I am going to be using Poultry Magic. I'm going to be using garlic pepper. And then this all-purpose seasoning with basil, oregano, garlic, and sea salt. And then just a dash of Ratonii Chachere's. I know it's Creole seasoning, but it gives every dish flavor. So let's get started. Okay, so we have 2 chicken breasts. And because they are thick, I'm going to go ahead and split them in half. I have done that already. So I'm just going to show you what I went ahead and did. I split the chicken breast in half because you want them to be thin. If you can find chicken cutlets in your grocery store, then by all means get the chicken cutlets. All a chicken cutlet is a thin piece of chicken breast. They either pound it out or they slice it in half. So because I only had the thick chicken breast, we're going to use that, which is completely fine. And we're going to go ahead and just start seasoning our chicken breast. And I ran out of the garlic pepper, so I have a bigger bottle right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. There we go. I love garlic, guys, so it might look like I'm using a lot because I am. So we're going to make sure that we season generously. And we're going to go ahead and flip it to the other side afterwards and get that side going as well. I'm telling you, this stuff, y'all, is amazing. If you make homemade pizzas, pastas, any Italian dish, oh, it's so good. And it tastes like it has a hint of Parmesan in it, which, if you know, you know. Parmesan makes everything taste great. So we're gonna go ahead and flip this side and get this seasoned up. And here we go. And after I cook, y'all, I always take a disinfectant wipe and I clean off all of my bottles because I'm touching meat, and then of course, you know, I'm touching the bottles, and I can't stand when people do that. So I'll either use a glove or a different hand, or I'll actually use disinfectant wipes when I'm done to clean off the bottles. That's just a tip for you all. All right, almost done. This dish is so flavorful. It may not be authentic, so I don't need all the Italians to come after me, but this is the way I make it. Everyone loves it. There's no complaints, so we're gonna go with what I know. So here's an up close look of the chicken. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to breading the chicken. Okay, so I have my egg wash. All it is 3 eggs and about a half a cup of water when I whisk that together. I have my flour. The flour has the same exact seasonings we put in on the chicken. So let me go ahead and mix that up for you guys. Just want to always season your flour. Always season it. It doesn't have to be a lot, but still season it. And then I have my Italian breadcrumbs. This one is roasted garlic and Parmesan. So what we're gonna do is take a chicken breast. We're gonna throw it in the flour like so. Make sure you get it patted down. I'm gonna make sure that all the crevices are good. You're gonna shake off the excess like so. Dip it in the egg wash. I know you're supposed to have a wet hand and a dry hand. I did not do that, y'all. I use the same hand just because it helps me move a lot faster. So we're then gonna put it in the breadcrumbs like so, and pat it, make sure it's all coated like this. It looks so good, and if you guys can smell it, the seasoning smell amazing per usual, as expected. That's why I'm bringing this recipe to you, because it's a really good recipe. So I don't like my chicken that thick, so that's pretty much done. I'm gonna set it on a plate that I have back here, and we're gonna do the rest of these. So continue with me, guys, and I'll be back as soon as it's time to cook the chicken. Let's go. All right, I've breaded all of those pieces of chicken. Now I have my oil heating up. I think it's pretty much ready. We are definitely about to try and see if it is ready. Yeah, it is. So we're gonna go ahead and just place our chicken breast 2 at a time in the oil. Always do it away from you. Oh shoot, there we go. And we're gonna let this get brown on both sides, and then we're gonna pull them off. So it should take about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. It's not gonna cook all the way through, only because we're gonna actually put it in the oven as well. So go ahead and fry up your chicken breast, and we can come back when that is complete, because I'm going to tell you your next steps, baby girl or baby boy. Okay, real quick, I wanted to come on here and show you guys what type of color you're looking for on your chicken breast. So as you can see, I have browning already. I just flipped them. It took about 3 minutes, and I'm going to finish cooking them and cook the second batch, and then I'll be back. But I did want you to see what the browning should look like. So keep on frying. Okay, we are going to get started on our sauce as of right now. So I told you guys I'm using jar sauce, the ragu. I love ragu. So I still spice up my sauce because I know how to make homemade sauce, but when I'm in a rush, I go ahead and buy the jarred sauce, but I go ahead and spice it up. So right now I have some bell peppers, some onions, white onions and red onions. I'm just gonna put some of that in the pot, let them saute and cook down just a bit. And I might as well use all of them. There we go. And you see, I got in there. I just wanted to cook down just a little bit. Some of the vegetables are cooked down. Now what I'm going to do is turn the heat on medium, and I'm going to add in my sauce. This is the sauce I'm using, but y'all can use anything. I'm sure everyone has made spaghetti before, so just use anything. We're gonna go ahead and put some water in it to get the rest out. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and get that stirred around. Now here's the fun part. We are about to season this. So what I'm using, and I told you guys, if you know how to make your own pasta sauce, do it. It's the same pasta sauce you will use for spaghetti, muscatoli, lasagna, what seasonings you want to use, do that. But I'm gonna tell you mine. Told you I like garlic, so I'm gonna use garlic powder. You gotta keep stirring because it will pop up on you. All right. This is Italian, so I'm gonna use oregano. Just gonna put a little bit of oregano in here. Well, I say a little bit and it looks like I'm doing a lot, but it's not a lot coming out. All right. Lastly, well, not lastly, but of the seasonings, I told you I like this pizza and pasta stuff. It's so good. Just gonna throw that in there, make it my own flavor. All right. Then, if you don't put sugar in your pasta sauce, you're tripping. So I don't cook with measurements. I'm just putting a little bit of sugar in there because we like stuff to taste a little bit more sweeter than usual. So I'm just gonna throw some sugar in there. And it's to your liking, guys. And the last thing that we're gonna do is bay leaves. Here we go. I got 2 bay leaves I'm using. So I'm gonna let that simmer for about 10 minutes. And the reason why I say 10 minutes is because it doesn't take long. It's jar sauce. We're not trying to do the most. So once that's complete, we're gonna move on to how we're gonna set up our chicken to go in the oven. And while you're waiting on that, go ahead and boil you some pasta noodles so we can keep this train moving. And this is exactly how it looks, guys. Okay. So I have my chicken cooked. It is not burnt, guys. You kind of want to overcook the outside because you are about to put some sauce on it and you still want that crunch. So my sauce is now complete. So what I'm going to do is add a little. So you want your pot to look similar to this. It's not a lot, but it's enough. And then we're gonna go ahead and just add our chicken breasts to it, like so. Boom, boom, boom. Ugh. Push it up, push it up, push it up, and boom. There we go. Want to add it just like that. And I'm just gonna dab a little bit of sauce on top of each one just to continue to keep that moisture. However, we're gonna add more sauce at the end. So right now we're just trying to keep it moist because it's going to go into the oven for about 20 minutes and then it'll be done. All right, so I pulled the chicken out of the oven about 6 minutes before it's done. So what I'm going to do is add on some more sauce like so. And this time you want to put enough, lots. To add on the mozzarella cheese that I showed you guys in the beginning. So you want to add that on. I'm going to do 3 slices because these slices are very, very thin. I'm going to add on 3 slices for each of them. We're going to throw it back in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then afterwards, sorry, gotta take the parchment paper off. Then afterwards, we're going to plate it, and I'll be back with you guys as soon as the chicken is plated. So, I'll be back.